Hey guys, welcome back to, I guess, one of my newest videos. Sorry I haven't made a video in so long. I was doing a lot of stuff around the house and I didn't really have time to make this video that I've been wanting to make for a very long time. You guys really don't even know how long I've been wanting to do this. I just wanted to point out I have a new intro. It's on my YouTube channel right now, and you guys can go watch it. You probably are going to see it in about 30 seconds, or in about 5 seconds, so here you go. Okay, hope you guys like that. It took me about 2 weeks to make, so I really hope you guys liked it, because if you didn't, oh well, you're going to have to live with it, because I'm not making a new one. So, yeah. So now, I am going to show you guys how I made that intro. So first, you're going to have to get a program called Cinema 4D. And you can just go ahead in and open up Cinema 4D. I have 64 bits, so I'm just going to launch that. And this is just going to be a very quick, very easy type intro. I'm just going to show you guys how to do some very basic stuff, and then that'll be it, and I'll go more in depth in the future. But first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click and hold down on this and click on floor. So that'll give you a floor so that it actually appears that you actually have a basis of your area. Then what you're going to do, you're going to want to click on floor, right click on it, click MoGraph tabs, tags, and then rigid body. What this does is it actually makes it kind of like a solid so that stuff won't go straight through it. So the next thing you're going to want to do is create a block by clicking right here, and you're going to want to click on this and then hold shift and then move up, and it'll lock it at the 10. So you're going to want to go to 100 because that'll sit right on top, as you can see. And now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go over here to your properties, and where it says size to X, Y, and Z, 200, 200, and 200, you're going to want to take that down to about 30. Okay, now as you can see, it's a fairly square block, which is what you don't want because it's so square. So what you're going to want to do is go down here and press fillet, and then turn the fillet radius down to about, I don't know, 2 maybe, yeah. And turn up the fillet subdivision to about 3. Then you can click back over here, and you'll see that your block is now somewhat rounded off, so it doesn't look like it's this really rigid figure, which actually tends to look pretty bad. So then what you're going to want to do, you can just click off over here so you're not selected on anything. You're going to want to click MoGraph and then Cloner Object, and when that comes up, you'll see it over here, and you're going to want to take this count right here down to 1. Because if it's not at 1, then you'll have like 20 different blocks. Then you're going to want to add the cube as a child of the cloner object, so it should look like a little L almost right here, showing that it's below it. And then you're going to want to click right here on this button, it's called an emitter. You're going to want to click on that, and you're going to want to add cloner object as a child of the emitter. So now it looks like a little, like, I don't know, multiple L's, I guess. And now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to select emitter. You're going to use your scroll bar to move out and pull this way up here. And now once it's up there, you want it to be out of your vision, so that's where it's going to be. So now you're going to want to select this little rotatey circular thing, and you're going to want to choose this one and just turn it. And you can hold down shift and it'll lock it, so you can do that. And then you can just go down here and press play and make sure it's all shooting in the right direction. You'll see these little lines coming out if it's going in the right direction. One recommendation is right here where it says 90. You're going to want to put 300 and then press enter. Then you can drag this across. Okay, so now that you have that, you can zoom back in so it's out of your way. And I actually forgot to say this. You want to go to emitter and press the little check button that says show objects. And we will be going back to that in a minute. So now you're going to see, as you can see, all the blocks are very, very, very close together. Like, what's going on? I don't know what's happening. Why are they so close? That looks so bad. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click emitter. You're going to want to go to the emitter tab and change the X size to about 350, not 35,000, 350. and then change the Y size to 350 also. And now if you press play, you'll notice that it's falling a lot more spread out, as you can see right there. So that makes it look a little bit better. But now that you have that completely finished, you're going to want to click on this, your little rigid body tag, hold down Control, and then drag that up to the cloner object. So now, as you can see, we're going to press play, and the blocks are now bouncing on the ground. Now, if you notice, it kind of looks like they're floating on ice, just kind of sliding around like there's no tomorrow, not worrying about anything. So you're going to want to click on Floor, Rigid Body, turn the bounce down to about 3, and turn the friction up to about 9. And now once you're there, you can just click back, and then you'll click play, and you'll notice they're not like sliding around like they just fell on ice. They just kind of stop and then they slide a little bit, and that's it. So it looks somewhat real. So now that you have those done, now you're going to want to go up to MoGraph, Text Object, and I'm just going to type in Tut for a tutorial. And then you can go to Font and choose a font. I'm just going to choose Commons because it's a very common tutorial. Actually, it's not. No, I don't think anybody. I only think there's like 2 or 3 tutorials out there on how to do this. So then you're just going to want to make sure it's sitting right on the floor, so that now when you click on Text Object, right click on it, press MoGraph, and then Rigid Body. So now when you press play, you're probably going to notice it moves a little bit. But the point of that was, so now the blocks will run into it, and it'll do that and make it fall over. So now that you have that set, now you can add colors. So you're going to double click down here, and this is going to pop up. You're going to double click on that, and you're just going to choose probably like a black or a dark gray color. I choose dark gray a good bit, but then you can just close that. You're going to double click down here again, and you can really choose any color of your choice, but you're going to click right here next to this texture. You're going to choose gradient. Then you're going to click on this new box that popped up, and see this little slider thing here. You're just going to double click on that, and I'm just going to choose green, and then press OK. And then on the other one over here, I'm just going to double click on that. I'm going to probably try to choose a darker green, just to give it a bit of a contrast. Okay, so now you can see it's a little bit different, but yet as you can see, oh, and then you're going to want to click this up arrow. But now as you can see, it's very dark on this one side over here. So you're going to want to click right next to texture. You're going to click copy channel, and then press luminescence, and go back up here and press paste channel. So now you can see it's a lot brighter. Now you're going to want to click on reflection and turn the brightness down to 0. You're going to want to go to texture again, turn on Fresnel, and turn the mix strength up to about 50. And you'll notice that that's looking pretty shiny and pretty good. So we're going to leave it at that. And now you can close that. So then you're going to want to add your color. Then you're going to want to add your darker color. And up here next to your text object where you see the 2 colors, you're going to want to click on the dark black or gray object or color roll. And then down here you'll see selection. You're going to want to type C1. Make sure C is capital and then 1. And now as you can see, it's black on the front and then it has the color on the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this a little bit. That way you guys can see that. And if you want to add a little bit more effect, what you can do is you can go up to Render Settings, Effect, Ambient Occlusion. You're going to want to put the minimum ray length on about 250, and you're going to want to put the contrast at about 40. And then now you're good with that, so now you can do that. And to see this, you can press this little, I guess it looks like a director's reel almost. You can click on that, and you'll watch it render. And it's rendering. And now, as you can see like a little bit of shadow underneath and stuff like that. So that's what it'll look like once it's finished. So if you just click back on it, there you go. And now, just to show you guys the finished product, here it is. And just for a heads up kind of thing, to add music to it, like you can see on mine, you go to your into any movie editing type thing, Camtasia, Sony Vegas, any of the stuff that you ever use, and you can just put the video track on there and then put the soundtrack underneath and then render it as a movie. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. If you have any problems, send me a message or comment on the video. I do respond. It may take me a little while, but I do respond to everything. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.